All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome again to another uh, podcast episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. Um, Once again, I'm here by my with my tag team partner, the real at OT Bama. Apparently, his gimmick now is changing his name weekly. Um, so, first and foremost, how's your week been?
Week's been good, man. What about yourself?
It's been good. It's been good. Can't complain. So let's get quickly right into it. We had uh, kind of a dope amount of wrestling this weekend. Kicked off, of course, by Friday Night SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown had a great opening. You basically had the recap of the women's title situation. Asuka and Kyrie Sane regained the titles from Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in a controversial ending. It came out, they quickly pushing and establishing the women's war games on this show. The controversy that ended the segment was Charlotte Flair declaring that she does not trust
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley because of their past. Now, for those of you that did not watch Raw, what were you thinking at that moment? Did you think that Charlotte Flair, where they were doing an angle, they were just teasing to just delay it to give us what we all expected?
I got you. I got you. Hold on.
What do you think?
I think they're gonna give us an angle. I think she's still gonna come back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So, then right after that, we had a couple segments. Just want to go over again what is now a highlight of SmackDown, which is the U.S. title open that they have weekly. We had a nice little segment that was funny as hell with Tommaso Ciampa going back and asking like, "Hey, why didn't you give me a shot?" And he was like, "Well, you're basically an arsehole or whatever, arsehole or asshole or asshat, or you're an ass." And it was a funny backstage segment. It's good seeing DIY together and along with this guy's wife on there. It was a pretty fun segment. Did you actually watch it at all, or that segment that they had in the back?
No, I thought it was funny.
So
What was it? Fraxium?
yeah, so it was DIY. Um, DIY. They were backstage complaining um to the GM there. Johnny Gargano's wife was there, and Candice LeRae, and Johnny was rocking her shirt, and Candice LeRae. I love that they're paired back together. It did not make sense that she was paired with somebody else, especially when she could have, been heel with them since they were already heels. And it was a fun thing. But before that match that happened, we got the Jey Uso versus Miz qualifying match for the last time is now. This was a good match. Um, I'm glad that they got it early because both guys are great. I think Miz still has a lot in his tank. I think Jey Uso, unbeknownst to a lot of people, there he's not overrated. I think he's still in progress. The match was clean. They came out and performed. Jey Uso hit his Uso splash after was a clean spear. Did you catch that match at all?
Yeah, no. I caught the whole show, everything but the end of the show. I caught. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, Basically, shortly after kicking out of the skull crushing finale, Jay, countered, hit the ropes, did his spear, did his Uso splash,
Right.
got the 1, 2, 3, and then we got the aforementioned match, Axiom versus Ilya Dragunov. and it was a banger. Like, he hit his Moscow Mule H bomb combo, which is vicious. The way that comes across on TV is insane. Like when he drops that elbow, and then like it's like everything is timed perfectly. Like one errant miss or something, he could really clock somebody. And it was good. And of course, continuing what has happened before, um, Tommaso Ciampa beat up uh, the member of a Fraxium, and then now that set up a tag team match between Fraxium and DIY next week. And
Mhm.
then we had the segment with Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ray Phoenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns basically interacted with the MFTs and in a brawl. And I like this segment. What I didn't like was that it's going to be the only traditional Survivor Series that's going to probably main event next SmackDown, the SmackDown before Survivor Series in 2 weeks. Um, and it's like, man, this could have been on the pay per view. But for those of you that saw after this segment happened and you saw Solo Sikoa talking to the SmackDown general manager, you saw that Uncle Howdy was in the background. I don't know if you peeped that. He was in the background and so I think they're gonna do something. And they did the whole graphic. It changed a little bit. It was WWE's teasing something, which I wonder what it is. Like, or what do you think it is?
Mm.
You're not sure?
No clue. I have no clue.
All right. Well, it was
They,
cool.
they do Uncle Howdy so you know weird because that's just like him being out there at AAA. Like
Yeah.
I don't know
I
how
mean,
that would even play
they
out.
I guess they're trying to like not use them all the time. Like they weren't on the show really, with the exception of Uncle Howdy. There
Yeah.
was no mention of the tag team champs. Like, well, they got mentioned, but there was no appearance from them in ring or in a backstage segment outside of that. But it was cool. Throughout SmackDown, you saw Nick Aldis, of course, the SmackDown general manager, interacting with Paul Heyman multiple times. Paul Heyman triple checking his rules, like, hey, so I can have anybody in the WWE roster? And he's like, yes. And he's like, just checking. And then you saw that, of course, was always teasing to the end of the show.
Mhm.
The surprise match was LA Knight versus Zack Ryder. When Zack came out, I'm mad that they used the remix version of his song. They should have the woo 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 like, and then play because they did like a medley of the new song when he
Yeah.
came out, and he looked generally happy. And it's like, as a fan, seeing that's dope.
No.
Like, did you watch um any wrestling when he was active full time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. I know Zack Ryder. I know
Okay.
Zack Ryder. I remember his little title run. Um, what was it? It was one of the he was with one of the Bellas at the
Hmm.
time. Like it was a whole thing. Remember when he was in the wheelchair and they pushed him off the stage? Like yeah, Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder was funny.
Yeah.
He was
and and it was good, man. Like him coming out, him having a match, they look like doppelgangers of each other. Like,
crazy.
like Zack Ryder has amazing hair. LA Knight, his hairline is kind of like a little bit pushing back. But like if they had the same hairline, they would be the same person. And WWE has an opportunity, and I know this was a cameo, and I believe that them utilizing the TNA roster like this in their partnership, having people come back and forth, that is cool. Like I don't necessarily want to see Zack Ryder full time unless he wants to come back. Um, but it was cool. But if he does come back, they need to give us Knight Rider, the uh the LA Knight Zack Ryder tag team, and they need to come out with '80s jackets, like,
Leather jackets.
yeah, leather jackets, dressing like they're '80s, and they need to be called Knight Rider.
You know what?
And
That would it would work.
then at pay per views, they need to come out with a fake kit, like in the car. Give it to me. I'm an '80s baby. I like slop. I want it. I need it. WWE, you have the power to do it.
That
You
would
can
be
get
funny.
this done. Give us them versus DIY, or hell, give us them versus the Lucha Brothers. It'd be the Knight Riders versus the Lucha Brothers. It'd be so gimmicky that I would just be so tickle pink about it. It'll be hilarious. And
Tell me this with that match, real quick.
yeah, hmm
Just because we've seen Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona.
yeah, they alluded to it. It was like, well, he was on NXT a couple weeks ago, and he was like, but he was somebody else. And then Michael Cole was like, "Oh, okay, I won't talk about that." Like it's funny. WWE knows what they do. They're like the announcers are in on the joke now. It's like it's funny,
Oh yeah.
but
Do
go
you
ahead.
think that Matt Cardona that he should have lost to LA Knight?
I think so. I don't think he's back for a full time run. This was a one
True,
off.
true. Just because I mean, it's the tournament. Do you
Yeah.
think they advanced and went a little further, or you think they
Mm,
should have like
no, I think this is perfect because
preference?
excuse me. If you think about it, the two people that showed up for spoiler Monday Night Raw, it was Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
Those are the two people that John Cena mentioned in his pipe bomb.
yeah.
So I like that. It's like, it's like you sit in there, you're like putting the pieces together. It's like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're
Oh yeah.
doing.
I don't
Uh,
know. I guess for me, I would have liked to see them advance. Like I Solo Sokoa, since we brought him up, Solo Sokoa beating Dolph Ziggler to me makes no sense. Clean by itself, no interference, no
I
family.
mean, he's a heel. He's a heel. WWE is gonna have to protect their full time talent. Like imagine it like LA Knight, they would have burned the building down if he would have lost. Then the internet, it would have been less about Zack Ryder coming back and more about like again, LA Knight has lost again.
True.
Like
But I feel
like
like
they gotta minimize that because it's gonna
Solo
come
can
when he
do
gets
that.
bounced out in the tournament. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then
I just
Solo, it's like you gotta at least make Solo intimidating for him to lead the group. He can't just lose to Mrs. Zigzag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come
tell
on.
the truth though. He's still cold with it.
Yeah, he is.
Cold
He's
with some of
he's he's aging in reverse. But Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, put on a great match, and like I understood the finish. It is what it is. Great moment. We got great merch from him. He's apparently top three in the WWE shop right now. And then the only thing, and I don't bite my head off on this. The only thing that made no sense on this entire show was Jade Cargill versus BFAB. It was basically a squash, and then Michin came out, and I guess she's next to get the squash. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things that she doesn't have a storyline. Hopefully, leaving SmackDown, you have something
Mhm.
coming in, and or she has an opponent for Survivor Series. I it's crazy how in the men's war games both champions are in it, but in the women's war game they're just like, nope, you're gone. It's crazy how the star power in both war games matches are going to outshine the other matches,
Oh,
like because you're going to have based on what we saw on Raw, you're now going to have Becky Lynch with the heels, and then now you're going to have AJ Lee with the faces. So it's like you almost feel for Jade Cargill and La Primera, like, you know what I mean, like it's like cool. Like, yeah, you're facing Nikki Bella, but you also knew yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
and then if you're Jade, it's even worse because who are you going to face? Unless they bring back Bianca Belair, which I think it will be a disservice for her if she comes back with less than 2 weeks away from the pay per view. But hey, you know what? They'll figure it out. And then the men's,
I mean, they did Becky Lynch like that. They brought her back on the pay per view.
yeah, but like at least they, like, you knew she was coming back. Like, you know what I mean? I think they put it out 4 weeks prior or whatever. But what was crazy is an undisputed champion Cody Rhodes having a just a random match for the title to end SmackDown. And I think WWE used to do this in house shows where they're trying to test the waters
Yeah, to see
to
if the crowd
see if
likes.
yeah, if the crowd likes this matchup. And I think they did. But the whole match was set up just to introduce Drew as the fourth member of the heel group. And I think it played out well. I think the internet made a lot of stink about the Jimmy and Jay backstage look at each other, because I watched it again, and it just looked like the camera just caught Jay. Jay was just like, and then he went like, you know what I mean? Like he was just staring off. He was like, all right, let's get this segment over with. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it just doesn't make sense for him to turn heel at War Games. Like, it's too convoluted of a moment. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I get you.
Like, unless it happens after the fact, like they win and the Usos are the ones, like, let's say like the Usos are the ones left celebrating, and then they're like, oh, the two brothers, they're eating, and then he just super kicks him, and then they go to black after that. Like, that'll be something that they can do. But I think, him turning heel as far as that in the match will be, I don't know. It's like not necessary. Like when you pull the trigger to something, it's not necessary. And that basically ends SmackDown. Now, going
Yep.
on to Raw, like it's funny because like they were doing that with SmackDown. When Cena was on SmackDown, all the heavy hitters were on SmackDown. Like they had the better show. But now that Cena's finishing out Raw, they kept stacking Raw.
For
Hard body.
for sure.
Like you open up, you had John Cena coming out to the craziest pop I've heard in a minute at the Garden. New York came out alive for that. It
Okay.
was dope. Had the segment. What was surprising was Dom coming out and continuing his storyline. What was even more dope is that now Dom has a title shot versus Cena, his last PLE match ever for the IC title in his hometown. If I'm Papa H, the man of many H's, I will book Dom to beat him.
To take the title back already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it makes the most sense.
The, the way that this tournament's going, it's probably gonna be Gunther, and I don't want to see that shit. I already don't.
Like, you don't need Gunther unless you're doing something with the IC belt, right?
Mm.
Like Gunther or just being like, yo, I'm retiring John Cena. That right there could write my ticket to any title.
Gunther already has his way to any title though.
Yeah, but I think that directly sets up Gunther versus Brock, which I'm very curious to see.
I think we can get that anyway. We can get that without Cena. To me,
Mhm.
but mm, you know, I have my feelings. I digress.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if Cena took the L to Dob.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, or you got to make it make sense when he loses. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I think Dom is gonna be booked strong. I think the fact that they trust him enough to have a pay-per-view match, the last pay-per-view match, because no matter what we talk about Saturday night main event, this is the last pay-per-view match on
Even
a
though
big
the
four
main event is
versus Jonathan Cena.
for no reason. But yeah, no, I get what you said.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be dope. First of all, that you had Ray come back, you
Hmm.
had Sheamus, two guys that have history with John Cena. Like, remember Ray won the Raw title when John Cena was out,
And
the
then
interim title.
came back that same day and took the
Yeah.
title by the end of the night. Yeah, I was just talking about that yesterday.
And
I was like, he should be upset, but
and Sheamus, and Cena have had a storied history.
Oh my God,
They beat the crap out of each other for years. So,
man.
and I think this man right here, and his T-shirt is in the background, hanging up. I think they're protecting him heavy because you saw when they did the double. First of all, I know Rey Mysterio is short as hell, but when they did the double 619 spot, he rolled right out. He wasn't involved in the finish. He was like, "Nah, not today, dog." Like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't take a finisher at all, and they kept him strong. And I think that's for a reason. But do whatever you want with that information because I don't know. I don't know if he fits in the title picture right now. I do think after Mania, the lull between Mania and SummerSlam, you could see him being champ. I don't know.
Like
That's
like a major champ,
huh?
like a
Yeah,
major title.
yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
Like being the Raw champ. Like,
He's
just think
still
about
over.
it. That's when they experiment. The time before Royal Rumble, the time after Mania. That's when they kind of like, all right, this is the summertime. We got 4 months to keep people interested. I could definitely see that. But then also we had a couple other segments. We had after that I believe we had the Monday Night Raw qualifying match in which we did get um
Ziggler.
Ziggler versus Solo, which
Mhm.
I thought was great. It was a great match. And like, what did you think about that match?
No, I thought the match was amazing. Even the way Solo won, even though I wasn't like the happiest that Solo won, the way he won was really smooth.
Yeah.
Uh, they book him strong.
Yeah, they book him very strong and you know,
It was just nice. It was just nice seeing Ziggler in the ring come
mhm.
out, hip swivel.
Your man came out
Nice.
but before that match, we had the Nikki Bella sneak attacking Stephanie Victor, La Primera champion. And it feels like this heel turn came out of nowhere. Like that good on them to do it, but I'm like she was like, "Thank you for reminding me what I'm here for." And it's like you know what you're here for. Like on character, you can say like, "Yo, I'm here for the belt. I'm not here for the vibes." Like, you know what I mean? And I'm assuming, based on the announcing it yesterday, this is the match that we're gonna get on the pay-per-view, which is cool. But yeah, Ziggler was looked like he turned back the clock uh like a minute. Are you falling asleep, my guy? My man is falling asleep.
Listen, that's what happens when you hold a little one, bro. It's over. It's over.
This man is falling asleep like he's reading a book. That is hilarious. So,
You'll
you know,
see.
just to make sure we get through this episode with my man upright, we're gonna speed up things.
No,
So,
hold on, no. Ziggler did look amazing. Like, how old is Ziggler?
he's probably like 43 or something like that.
Like a few years younger than um than Punk.
I believe, yeah, he's 45, dog. He's older than me.
Wow,
But
shit. But no,
Ziggler is, but Punk is like 49 or 48. So,
yeah, yeah. Punk's
but but
that's all.
Ziggler is in amazing shape.
He is. He is. Hell of a guy because I did get to meet him at Mania. He is
Yep,
really cool. Like no bullshit. Um, but no, like Ziggler, he ages like Benjamin Button
yep,
because he still looks good. 45.
yep. 45 years old, and he was chilling. And of course,
Easy.
we we had the 4-on-4 now confrontation
Hmm.
of the War Games women. Like apparently, I assumed that at the end, by Charlotte Flair saving them, she confirmed her partnership.
Hmm.
And then we had what I thought was one of the brightest spots on the card was Maxine Dupree, baby,
Listen, the
winning that intercontinental title and looking great.
listen.
Bro, she has abs on abs on abs.
Yes, she does. But she was a cheerleader.
Yeah, but she
Her-
looks even
her
better
cheerleader.
now.
Oh no, for sure, for sure. She taking bumps, man. So
you know,
no, definitely amazing.
AJ Lee,
I called that win. I called that win. So I'm
AJ Lee coming out with the distraction and everything, and then even the backstage segment in which WWE, yo, I swear to God, they have a social media department that even before they don't acknowledge stuff, but they poke and prod.
Mhm.
Like when the announcer backstage was like, "AJ Lee, are you here?" And she's like, "I don't know." She's like, "I came to help my husband." Like she basically like talked directly at all those naysayers on the internet,
Mhm.
and then cueing Rhea Ripley, and she's like, "Hey, do you got a minute to talk?" Come on, man, that's setting that up.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah,
As soon as you see that face mask with Rhea Ripley, you already know.
yeah, she's gonna be part of War Games, which is crazy. Like your second match on the roster is gonna be War Games. Oof.
Like, why not?
Hey, that's a scary match.
It's not like she hasn't been like doing ring stuff when she was gone.
Yeah,
She was training people for the one wrestling movie.
but it's like even like it's like who's gonna take the bumps? Like I know it's gonna probably be Io Sky again, but like even looking at the men's team now that we have the full 10 people, who's gonna take the crazy bump? You know, it's not gonna be what's his name? It's not gonna be Bronson Reed. He's like, nope, this happened last year, and I was gone for a damn near year. And is it gonna be Braun Breaker? You think Braun Breaker is gonna take a crazy bump and then like
Logan
tear a
Paul.
quad?
Logan Paul.
Maybe, but then who's gonna take it on the faces side? Pause. Like, bro, Jay Uso, the way the luck the Usos are with injury, one of them goes up there and does like a splash from the top of the cage, they'll fucking break their forearm.
It can't be one of them because Jimmy got hurt last year.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's not going to be Roman. It sure as shit ain't going to be Punk. Punk tore his forearm like just turning too quickly. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not going to be Cody.
You don't think so? I
Bro,
think out of anyone, Cody makes the most sense.
but Cody's going to take a bump, and that right there, the QB1 is gone.
Hey,
And it's never like oh
sounds like
he
sounds like we get a new champion. I'm here for it.
man, this guy.
What's up? Hello.
So first of all, I like the big match field. I think we're gonna get Roman Brock WrestleMania without a title, and that feels big. Even though because you see they wait a couple years before they give you the match that you seen again, and it just argue because said when they were like face to face, the crowd was eating it up. And New York is a very finicky town.
Mm-hmm.
For them to eat it up, it was dope.
Oh no.
And like I think everybody paired off themselves how I think the storylines are going to go forward. You saw the Usos versus the Bronze again.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Logan Paul, CM Punk, and of course Drew and Cody.
Yep.
So I think that's where it's at. I think we might be. I don't think. I think we're gonna get a multi-man match at WrestleMania for Cody's title. I think maybe Cody. I think maybe we get Cody, Gunther, Roman, and Brock for that title.
And who takes it?
I can see Roman walking back, getting that win back,
Mm.
and then you got a one-on-one match. Like you get either CM Punk versus Seth, or you get CM Punk versus somebody that's not in the roster. Maybe you could do LA Knight on an LA Knight heel turn or a Jey Uso heel turn.
Mm.
Like it makes sense. And then I think Punk retains. I think Punk at this point in his comeback, he deserves a retention
On a big
of,
stage.
on the big stage.
Okay. Okay.
And first of all, I didn't want to end the pod on talking about a segment. Can we talk about Gunther versus Javon Evans? My boy Bouncy, like he said, bro, that match was Like I haven't seen Gunther have so much fun. The way he was tossing him around, and he was like, "Oh, this man ain't dead weight," because that was Javon Evans, dog.
Yeah.
Like, like it was great. It was good to see the young OG out there doing his thing. I knew he wasn't gonna win,
Yeah, no, I knew it.
but like they stopped short of Gunther. Gunther looked at him, and then he did his whole. But before he looked like I think he might have been looking to see if the ref was gonna be like, "Hey, the backstage wants you to give him, acknowledge him," and then they could play up like Gunther got he earned Gunther's respect after the match, like type deal. Like that was a great spot.
It
I
was.
think I think the WWE is gonna put a rocket behind Javon Evans. I see him being the champion definitely be by either by Mania or before the end of the year.
You talking about on the NXT side?
Yep. Or I
I,
can even see him getting a run at the TNA X division.
mm, I can see that. I can see that. I feel like the some of the men that's just on just the NXT roster in general, bro, they cooking.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are cooking. And he's
Like
definitely one of them.
I think the two people that weren't on the show, but I think are going to heavily showcase in the Washington D.C. John Cena match, or the undercard is going to be definitely Williams, and it's going to be your boy. Come on,
You
huh?
talking about Oba?
Yeah, Obafemi. I think they're going to be the breakout stars from there. And I think they might do something that whoever wins is gonna be like, yo, you guys on the roster. That's Cena's wish. You guys on the roster after this. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can easily do that. Like,
Do you feel like in this tournament, do you feel like we're getting any more surprise turn ups or no?
no, I was trying to see. I think that's it. I think these last two matches on Friday that are announced, um, like I think that's it. There's no room. It's a 16-man tournament, and
Mhm.
they're about to have the last bracket. You know what I mean? Like the first round, it was Rusev versus Damon Priest, Sheamus versus Nakamura, Jay versus Miz, LA Knight versus Zack Ryder, Gunther versus Javon, Solo versus Dolph Ziggler. It's Bronson versus Carmelo Hayes, Penta versus Finn Balor. So
Mhm.
those are 8. So it's gonna be Sheamus versus LA Knight on SmackDown before um what's it called?
Before the pay per view.
Yeah, before Survivor Series. It's gonna be Uso versus Rusev, and then it's gonna be Solo next week on Raw versus Penta or Finn, or Bronson Reed versus Carmelo. I think Bronson loses. I think the faces cost Bronson Reed the match, and Carmelo Hayes gets a spot versus Gunther, because I think they're doing Gunther versus small guys all the way through.
So he can look dominant.
Yeah, and then I think the last person that they're gonna have is either gonna be Sheamus or LA Knight, because they put on bangers, and then it's gonna be Cena. Like I think, or we might get Jey Uso versus Gunther. I know the it's Rusev versus Jey Uso. I think Jay goes over on
Rusev, yeah,
Rusev,
I definitely see that.
and then I believe it's going to be Jey Uso versus the winner of Solo. I think Solo and Jay is going to be the matchup that we're going to get, and then I think the finals is going to be Jay or LA Knight versus Gunther. Or they might pull a swerve, pull the wool over our eyes. We might get LA Knight retiring him. God knows he needs the win. But then they gotta put the then they gotta
Couple.
push they
Yeah,
gotta push him hard.
yeah.
Yeah. Like you give Gunther or Jey Uso that rub, you don't have to pull it right away.
Yeah.
You give LA Knight, then it's like, all right, he won another tournament.
Because he needs it.
Yeah.
Needs it because they'll put him and then they'll knock his ass back down a couple pegs. Like he get too hype. It's
Yeah.
all right. Chill out.
Like I think the best thing for his career is losing that match.
Mm-hmm.
and then him finding his way. If the title shot is something, him finding his way to that on his own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't think this like works out for anybody else other than Gunther. It doesn't fit anybody else unless like somebody, let's say like Jey Uso wins and then he beats John Cena, which could be a callback to Royal Rumble. He has to turn heel or be a part of this. He can't be like, yeah, man, I beat John Cena, oos. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He got to be like, yo, I beat him in his last match. So that's why I think if for the character, it makes the best sense for Gunther. It
Right.
makes the best sense.
I get you. I
Like,
get
if you could book based on the participants, who would you have in the final and who you have win and why?
you. Based on who's still in it, I don't know. Like I said, to me, I want I would want Cena to go out the way he came in. How Cena came up to Kurt Angle and that whole little spill, and it went like that. So with who's in still, I say Carmelo. Carmelo needs to push too because Carmelo got he was hot NXT, brought him up, and they cut the heat down, let that nigga sit on lukewarm.
But do you see him beating John Cena and having a clear path to like a world title?
It'd be like CM Punk's title.
Okay.
If he did, it would definitely be CM Punk's title. It wouldn't be Cody, but
But it's like I don't think you like you know what I mean. It has to be somebody that fits. Like I don't think like I know this is gonna sound weird. Like if you didn't realize that wrestling is choreographed and everything is
sure.
like if like it doesn't make sense for his career path where it stands now. Now, if he was coming off an IC title win, if he was like in Dom's position,
Yeah,
I could see that.
no, for sure.
But he hasn't even reached
It would make
Dom's
sense with
position.
running it back with him right then. But I mean, but they haven't pushed him. As far as like who needs it, Gunther don't need it.
I think I think I think a better career redemption path for um Carmelo Hayes, in my opinion, is him beating Dragovich.
And taking the open challenge, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, and then him continuing it and him building up and then being pushed forward to something else.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I get you. I get where you're coming from for sure. I just like I said, to me, Gunther don't need that shit. He don't need it. He's already made. That's just like Cody don't need the strap to be QB1.
Yeah.
Cody's good. You know what I'm saying? Cody is the new John Cena.
So begs the question, like, who do you think needs it more?
Out of who's
Like
in the tournament,
right now, it's
or
Gunther versus Bronson or Carmelo. Uh,
the Brons, they're good. They don't
okay.
necessarily need it. They're already dominant. They already keep taking out people week to week to week. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just recently. So outside of who's in the tournament right now,
Yep.
it will be Carmelo Hayes or we can throw LA Knight in there because he gets pushed and like I said, he gets knocked back down a couple pegs. But like you said, if it was him and he did win, then he needs to keep climbing afterwards. Like you don't beat Cena and then go back to your regular degular shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I definitely want whoever beat Cena to need that shit. That's why honestly I thought like Oba would have been like the person from NXT that would have been in the tournament versus
I think Oba is going to get a moment with Cena. I think they're going to get a backstage moment at
yeah.
that night, and he's going to be like, "Hey, big man."
Unless it was on some shit like it's like J1, but then Oba comes before the fight and takes out Jay and then takes that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that would be interesting to me.
Like I know,
Big
like
one.
I think if by some weird way we get Jey Uso to face him, I think Jey Uso loses.
You think so? You think
Yeah, I think there's certain people that they'll get. Yeah, I think Cena. There's certain people that Cena will beat,
Yeah,
and I think the dark horse, like um having LA Knight versus Cena, that could be a situation where LA Knight loses or he wins. Like I think he could win. I don't know that, like, he's not on the cusp, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, WWE teased that too hard. Like, if they do this, they have to pull the trigger.
you have to. Yeah, for sure. For
Like, you
sure.
you
I
you can't have this man challenge for the title after that and then lose.
Mhm.
Like, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. But we will see. It's interesting dynamic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Or maybe something crazy. Maybe Cena wrestles two matches. Maybe he
Starts
he
and ends the show.
uh
He starts and ends the show.
no, maybe it's a situation where whoever he fights beats him off on a DQ, and then he's there. He's like, man, no, 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 this is not how I'm gonna end my night. And then you have somebody else step up.
Mm. Mm. To
Like,
be crazy, to be real, I thought he was gonna be a part of War Games.
I thought so too. But I like the fact that they keep him away. You got to give him solo matches.
Yeah.
Like, you got to give him solo matches. Imagine if they said that it's John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Braun for his last match. Motherfuckers would have fucking jumped out the building for that.
Oh, for sure.
I, I think whoever he faces is going to be a great match
Oh, for sure.
because this is John Cena's last match. It ain't going to be by the numbers. It's going to be a whole bunch of spectacle behind it. That's why I say it makes sense for Gunther. Gunther can get every last drop out of Cena. Pause. Like, athletically speaking, you know what I mean? Think about it.
No, I get you. I get you.
He'll
Yeah,
force him
I
to have
understand.
to
I,
give him a great match. I don't know. I honestly don't want to see Cena versus LA Knight.
me neither.
Cena's a step slow, and LA Knight is not a step quick. You know what I mean?
No, I understand. Trust
Like,
me, I get it. I honestly, I thought the tournament was gonna be way different than what it was. Just the brackets, who was in it, you know what I'm saying, and
mhm.
everything else. So
I mean, they low key just gave us a bunch of matches that they don't regularly give us just to test the waters, and they're like, "We're gonna come back to this."
just to see, oh, who did they like this? Were they quiet? Oh, we can
And then
go.
and then it's like, "Oh, you motherfuckers ain't never wrestled never again, each other
Y'all
ever."
can put this together. Nah, we good. We good on that
Like,
part.
you know what I mean? Like if it wasn't like Zack Ryder coming back, I think that match would have not been great. Like,
Hmm.
because they wrestle like they like I put LA Knight in a category where his matches are not fun.
Yeah.
They're decent, but you don't go there for the matches. You go to see if he wins and for his interviews.
Hmm.
You're not like, oh my God, LA Knight with a tope suicida or LA Knight is chain wrestling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, look at this reversal. LA Knight is like, he's like a bargain basement Stone Cold Rock hybrid.
Listen,
Like,
telling my friend that yesterday.
I like him. I would not hate the idea of him being a champion,
Hmm.
but you gotta book his opponents well. Like, you know what I mean? Like John Cena now versus John Cena 5 years ago, like I feel like their styles are too similar. And I think if, let's say, LA Knight does be the person that's facing him, I think John Cena is gonna pull out crazy moves. Like, you can't get a John Cena AJ Styles match out of him.
Yeah.
It would be John Cena forcing these moves that LA Knight probably has never done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't strike me as a guy like, oh man, I wish the WWE didn't have his handcuffs on him. Like, like, oh, let's wait until he gets to the Indies. It's like, nah, like,
I feel you.
But
Yeah,
hey,
I guess we will see.
yep,
We got what? 3 weeks.
Yep,
Huh?
yep,
We got
yep,
a
yep,
month.
yep. But more importantly, we got 11 days
11 days. Lord,
until we're San Diego Survivor Series. We got 10 days. Actually, yeah, 11 days, 10 days until we supposed to be in the air. No, actually, no. We got 11 days until we were on our way. We
man,
got
yeah,
12 days
before the show.
before the show. So,
Still ain't
but
got.
anyway, I think this is a good place to end it.
Yes, sir.
Make sure the real OT Bomber gets some sleep. The man was like, that
Crazy
should be
part
the
is,
thumbnail.
I'm
That
telling
should be the thumbnail. You like this.
you out. Hear me out, bro. It's something about holding the kid, and then when they sleep,
It's like reading a
it's
book. It's like reading a
like
book
it's like
when you're
it's like
tired.
melatonin, and it just take you out.
It's like reading a book
Cause you see,
when you're tired.
she up now. I'm good. So
Man was fading.
one of them things that get you.
Y'all send energy through the comments. Remember to like and subscribe on anything that you listen to us. If you give us a like on social media, once again, it's Bumps and Bruises Wrestling Podcast, a podcast for fans by fans. Um, we'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we'll have even more great wrestling to talk about.
Yes,
So
sir.
until then, peace, y'all.